Hey everybody, just giving you a bit of a market update, Bitcoin focused. It's almost 13 UTC here on Monday the 6th. Going to go through some big data points coming in. Big stuff starts happening Tuesday, tomorrow, JOLTS and ISM. Wednesday, we got FOMC minutes. And then Friday, the big stuff rolls in. We got non-farm payrolls and unemployment rates. So expect to pick up in volume and potentially volatility going into this week as we exit the holiday season. Long shorts of Bitcoin looking relatively good. We're at 1-to-1, massively down from just a week ago when we were about 2-to-1 short to long, like 67%. So this is all good. We've got a bit of an uptick in localized long. So if there's going to be some local failures, they should happen here. We're also up some range highs, and we'll go through that. On the liquidation side, I think the number one thing, I'll just switch this real quick because I don't really want to waste time on it. The big thing that we want to talk about the liquidity is that there was quite a bit above 100K. So with the stuff above 100K, the number one thing that we want to keep an eye on is that if we do the 100K wick first, we want to make sure we close bullishly. So at this point, because we have a bunch of high leverage stuff below us, I would actually prefer us to start breaking down and do that kind of bigger retest of the lows down towards 93, really fill that stuff out. I don't ever want to see us go back below this. Now, otherwise, if we any loss of these lows at 93K, the expectation is we go to 90K and potentially sub that. So with that being said, looking over at the Bitcoin price, currently we've had a pretty good week and weekend. The one thing that I'm concerned on now is the current open. So there's actually a pretty cool low time frame level here, especially given that we're closing the 4-hour in about 2 hours from now. 99.2. If we start closing this 4-hour candle bearishly, I believe there's going to be quite a few 4-hour bearish divergences, and it looks like then any secondary loss of where we've currently tested, anything that starts losing the weekly, we should see a pop back down to December. December's already tried and tested as a support level. That's at 96.4, call it. If we do hold December, everything's a potential back test for continuation. Even here, it's bullshit back testing, previous high structure, right? So we still have priority up. You're still looking to long every retest to come higher, to go higher. If we start losing the weekly, we start losing that higher time frame priority, at least in the local structure. If we break down, past December, this is the last place we're getting the free long to potentially continue. It doesn't need to happen because we've already fully tested the level. If we lose December, we have to do the big test back towards the early open. This would check a lot of boxes, be high time frame retesting. So let's kind of go over the options here. I think given the fact that long shorts are actually pretty decently mid, I think that as long as we close this candle out bullishly, there's a good chance we might just get maybe a little bit of a pop, but generally a continuation that looks rather decent. Weekly open, again, that is an untested level. We don't know if there's going to be support from that weekly open. There's also overlapping demand with this, big support zone, this green area, just because the overall structure is very bullish, good back test of structure. If we start losing this stuff and start to break these lows, then we look way more distributive. So we would want to then see failures, new lows, retests, and then start to break down back to retest the giga level at the yearly open. So I would say the easiest thing here is we're looking at priority up still across the board until we start losing that December level, in which case we want to come deeper into that liquidity and retest that low structure. Just watch it. Watch that 4-hour close. You might see a little bit of a sneaky downside move if we close this 4-hour candle bearishly. It would just mean some 4-hour time frame statistics and indicators we look at would start to look more bearishly divergent in that time frame. So until that happens, nice recovery, nice weekly open above the previous weekly open. The daily looks pretty decent across the board here. So we've had some pretty decent upside moves. That's a 3-day. There we go. So we've got even some levels down here at like 97, 98K, some nice regains of some old structure. We'd love to see some support put back in at these highs. So just watch it. It looks generally bottom looking. The buybacks have been strong, and the higher time frame looks like it can absolutely recover. All of this goes out the window the moment we lose the early open. So looking up and looking good, and catch you guys tomorrow.